Moving on to the fourth and race number 4 is the first leg of the triple trio. Big bonus as well. We'll have a look at that in a second. But this is headed by Touch of Faith, a class for over the 1,600 metres. Blinkers and the Shadow are on for his second start. He was last on debut. Leap of Faith, beaten favourite on debut. Runner-up last time out behind Sam's Love. Villafion, last start course and distance winner. Wood on Fire, excuses last time. Gets up to the 1,600 metres, just his 4th start. Joy Master gets £10 off his back. Third to Telecom Rocket last time out. Party Every Day, Tony Cruz and Tony Picone team up with him. And Spirit Patch, eligible for a class drop. He's got barrier 8 here. Alex Sly, he rolled forward. He has done on his last 2 starts. He may well do again. Leap of Faith, Victory Vision and Witness Hunter have been up at Chung Fa within the last 30 days, along with Shanghai Dragon, Smiling Success and Savvy 7 for John Moore. And Lyle Hewitton, of course, was off the mark on the weekend. How's the speed look, Tom?
Good here with Smiling Success. He was able to lead last start, but he didn't do too much thereafter. That was with the blinkers going on as well. Spirit Patch, he's a horse that is down at the bottom of the weights here, eligible for Class 5, so he's a horse that races handy. Then you've got Wood on Fire. Shanghai Dragon's coming into this fresh, and he's been known to go forward in the past. Wood on Fire, as I mentioned, first time here, 1,600 metres. Leap of Faith and Witness Hunter from their gates 1 and 2 respectively should get a nice run behind the speed.
Villafon's the last start winner, but he's come out of the race in good health. He goes nicely once again. A little bit keen in the mornings, but no problems there with his work and just being restrained there at the end because he was really wanted to take off. So he's a good fiddle at the moment, just a draw to overcome. Wood on Fire's only had the 3 starts, but he's gone pretty well in all 3. He ran a really nice second on debut and didn't get any luck in his next 2. He goes nicely with his track work, so he's a pretty fit horse going into this assignment. And Savvy 7, just on this uphill gallop, so just getting a little bit more stamina. He's a horse who's still a maid in this one from his 20 starts, but he always does catch the eye, and he's had 6 placings from those 20 starts.
Interestingly, he's place favourite at this stage, early days. Of course, this is the first leg of the triple trio with a $9 million jackpot, so an estimated dividend in the region of $16 million for triple trio players. We'll try and narrow it down for you. Starting off with one horse that'd be very hard to lead out of calculations. Leap of Faith on his 2nd start behind Sam's Love here.
Yeah, I liked him this day in over 1,400 metres. I thought he would have the speed to win. He ran second in the end. He ran into a well-rated horse in Sam's Love. But they were well clear of anything else. Up to 1,600 metres by Sebring looks ideal. Zach Purden aboard, barrier number 2. I see him the idea of the winner, so I'm going to make him the best of the afternoon.
I'll be actually quite keen to see how barrier 2 works out for him, because we know leading into his first race he hadn't been quick away at his trials, and then he's sort of just been slightly slow in his 2 race day appearances, so whether barrier 2 is a positive or a negative, I'm not sure.
Well, Zach Purton jumps on board. Joe Mera had ridden Leap of Faith on his first 2 starts. We'll talk about Joe's mount in a minute, but Joy Master, Witness Hunter, Victory Vision, Spirit Patch and Party Every Day, who needs to improve on what we've seen so far.
Yeah, they've gone back to the claiming rider again with Joy Master. Vincent Ho was on board last start behind Telecom Rocket, and Alfie Chan jumps on board with the 113 pounds this time. Witness Hunter, his runs last couple have been slightly better, but I'm still just a little bit dubious with him at the moment, but I left Joy Master out in the end.
I put Joy Master in on a minor line. I didn't put Witness Hunter in. I thought he's running pretty well at the moment, Joy Master, so he's been consistent.
Yeah, weights and measures gives him some sort of chance, I think. Villafion, have a look at his last start win, again with some of those names going round. Again, Joy Master running 2nd on this occasion. Yeah,
I thought it was a good run once again, as the consistent Joy Master. Savvy 7, I thought hit the line strongly enough as well. He was a little bit blocked, had to come off heels. And Villafon, in a sort of a blanket finish, came down the outside and finished over the top of them. So, look, of these ones, I wasn't sure about Villafon. All those track work was quite good. I put Savvy 7 and Joy Master on minor lines.
Yeah, that was when he broke through for his maiden victory last start. Villafion covered a lot of ground, was able to roar home for Matthew Chadwick. I've put him in on a minor line. The other one I'd be watching out of that race is Sunny Power. He's hard to catch, but his course and distance record is not too bad.
OK. Wood on Fire. Now, he'll be ridden by Joe Mera, who rode him last time out. It might have been a prior booking that's kept him off Leap of Faith, but ultimately this is his decision, this is his mount. Yeah,
he's coming into this for start number 4, Peter Ho, the trainer. He was a little bit slow out last time out, then he was held up early on the row. You can just see he just looks quite one-paced here over the final stages. This was the race that... This not been a bad form race, actually, because you've got Sprint Forward there. I think that's Mighty Giant. You've got Joyful Heart, who runs later on the program. So he may have been a little bit one-paced there late.
Yeah, but I think he sort of had a little excuse. His momentum was held up. He's definitely got plenty of ability. I really love that turn of foot that he showed on his debut run. He's only had the 3 runs. I think it probably is a prior booking, and the reason I say that is because Leap of Faith only ran sort of 10 days ago, and they've obviously... He's come through that race really well, and I think John Sides has decided to push on now.
All right, yeah, well, Mighty Giant, who ran second at the race, came in round 1 on the weekend. Here's Shanghai Dragon. This is up at Chung Fa.
Yeah, he's coming off a right front tendon injury as Shanghai Dragon, 14-start maiden. Won a couple of trials at Chung Fa. He's had 3 trials leading into this. His first trial, he was placed 4th. He's got a wide stall. They probably press forward because that's what he normally does. Shanghai Dragon, but I've left him out.
I thought his last start wasn't too bad at Happy Valley. I'm surprised they're coming back to Sha Tin with him. I thought they might keep him at Happy Valley. So, yeah, happy to watch him go around.
All right, first up since last season. Definitely money for him on his final start. Leap of Faith, and I know you're with him as well. Paul is our favourite.
Yeah, I've got him on top. Leap of Faith to beat the Joe Marrero Mount Wood on Fire. I see that as the clear Quinella in this race. After that, we looked at it. I went for Savvy 7 and Joy Master, basically because they're both very consistent horses in this grade, and they both try really hard. So 3, 6, 13, 9, but I think this race will be set up with a 3.
I'm with 3 years, well, Leap of Faith, whether gate number 2 is a positive or a negative for him, because he has been tardy away in his starts, has Leap of Faith, so he needs a good clean getaway with Zach Purton on board. Wood on Fire, that's the obvious cue. Villafion I've thrown in, and I've thrown in Sunny Power as well. He's at 9.6 and 3.1 in the market at the moment. Vincent Ho and Francis Loy, so 3, 6, 4 and 5.
All right, first leg of the triple trio. We've all gone 3 and 6 in the first leg. Double banker,
Field.
Move on to the next. All right, it's that simple. Race
all
number
gone
4.
on the first leg.
Let's hope so. All right, that's race number 4, first leg of the TT. Race number 5 next for us, first leg of the 6 up.